Hello Libra, I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to warmly welcome you here. Either way, I ask that you please click like, share, and subscribe. It helps with YouTube's algorithms, and that means that other individuals will be able to see the tarot readings that I post, and that will help grow the collective community here. So if you can take a second to do that, I would appreciate it very, very much. Libra, this is your What's the Tea tarot reading for the week of June 30th, 2024. In this reading, I'll be using 3 oracle decks, drawing 1 card from each, and then 2 tarot decks to clarify that message for you. As always, please remember, it is a collective general reading. It is not individualized or personalized to you, and therefore, it's quite possible that the messages that come through today won't fully resonate with you. And if that's the case, it's okay. It just means it's meant for another Libra watching. So, as I always say, please don't try to force a message to fit if it doesn't currently align with your path. With all that said, let's try to hop on your timeline now and give you some insight for the week of June 30th, 2024. I cannot believe that I just said June, but here we are, June. This reading, Libra, will roll you into the first week of July. We are now officially in Cancer season. So for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, summer has finally arrived, and I hope that you're taking some time to enjoy the sunshine. Let's try to hop on your timeline now, Libra. Tapping into the Libra collective now for the week of June 30th, 2024. What do they not see coming? What do they need to know about? And what do they need to prepare for? We'll do one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Libra, we have looking you up. Someone could be researching you, studying you, trying to acquire information on you. And that could apply to anyone, like for those of you who have maybe applied for a loan lately, or even have submitted an application or a resume for a job. It's quite possible that those individuals are, researching you and looking you up and looking at your credit report and et cetera, et cetera. For others of you, you have an individual who's curious about you, whether it's a current love, a former love, a future potential love. So we'll see what that's all about. Oof. Bottom of the deck, we have stalker here. Yeah, someone is obsessively watching you, watching your moves. I want to say not only online here on this cell phone, but also in person. The individual on this card has like binoculars or telescope, something like that. I would just be mindful of your whereabouts and also your privacy settings online. Let's see what this oracle deck has for you. Additional message for Libra now for this week. Additional message for Libra. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. We have second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. This could be in your professional, personal, or romantic life where lately, or recently, I should say, you've had a disconnection with someone, meaning an argument or a breakup or something like that, a disagreement. And this person wants to come back around hoping for a second chance. Maybe they want to reconcile the love relationship or be your friend again or make amends for something that happened. At work, it could be an employee, it could be a client, something like that where the two of you had a disagreement or a falling out, employee, coworker, employer, and they want to make amends with you. Bottom of the deck, we have running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. So perhaps you had this argument or disagreement, disconnection with this individual, and they kind of just disappeared, right? They stopped communicating with you. Anything else now here for the Libra collective, and we'll clarify these cards for you with tarot. Final oracle message now for the Libra collective for this week. We'll do one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Libra, we have shedding. You are starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and in medicine. For those of you linked to a Virgo, you may want to see their reading, although it's very extensive. It's almost an hour long, and it does particularly focus more on love, but it also focuses about them meeting a future partner through work or through some industry that the two of them share. So if you're a single Libra and you're out there wondering where your next person is, they may very well be a Virgo. So perhaps you want to take a look at that reading. Relationships. Business partners, office love affairs, and communication with coworkers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. So yes, those of you Libras who are single, you may want to take a look at that, or not single, maybe on your, because in the Virgo reading, the individual is actually in the middle of a divorce. and connecting with someone at work. So again, just for single Libras. For other individuals, you've had some very strained partnerships at work, whether it's because there is a love affair happening or there's just been some mishaps in communication with coworkers. Tell me more about this looking you up and the stalker. Who is this person? Oh, did you see that card fly out? I did. It's Nine of Swords. It's someone who can't stop thinking about you, but it's negative thinking. I'm going to clarify that for you, but typically that card is someone who could be suffering from depression, having nightmares, intense anxiety, insomnia, right? If you're thinking about something constantly on a repetitive loop, you have a difficulty sleeping. So this person thinks about you a lot. So I'm leaning that it's really not someone that you may have applied for a loan or a lease for or some kind of business transaction, but we'll see. Tell me more about this second chance for the Libra collective. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Libra, we have your Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or that could very well be you, Queen or King. Take genders how they resonate. And tell me more now about shedding. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Your cards are flying. I don't know if some of you are feeling like nervous or jittery lately. This came out now. My deck for this purpose of this reading is in the upright, but this card came flying out in the reverse. It's time for you to be open to new perspectives when it comes to your work environment. Whether you work for yourself, you're an entrepreneur, you work for someone else, you work in a group. And this doesn't only have to be work, okay? This could very well even be like if you volunteer with a community group or something like that, where you're applying yourself, working with a group of people. It's important with that Eight of Swords in the reverse. It's time for you to have a new perspective on something, whether that's finding a new job or finding a new way to do your job. It's a releasing old negative patterns. Bottom of the deck, we have Six of Swords, which I like for any general reading at the bottom of the deck because it means whatever you're going through has been difficult. Five of Swords precedes the Six of Swords. And so with the Six of Swords card, it's telling me that for those of you who have had a turbulent time, whether in your professional, personal, or romantic life, this next week is a week of you kind of ushering into a more calmer, peaceful state. And that's good news for anyone. Tell me more about this Nine of Swords. There's an individual here who is thinking about you on a repetitive loop. When I see this card, I think of a hamster on a wheel, just going around and around, and same thing, right? 24 hours a day. Can't stop thinking about it. What is this all about? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Nine of Swords clarified by the Page of Wands, King of Swords, and the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, I have Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Strength card followed immediately by the Star card. So I'm going to read this a couple of different ways because not everyone is dealing with, you know, a love relationship that is, you know, falling apart. For those of you Libras who are single and you have been looking at what's out there, whether it's online or you're trying to go out in person and meet individuals like in the actual 3D, the traditional way, if you will. I see a lot of you being very like nervous and in your head about a particular person that you may have met recently. For some of you, this is a masculine. The King of Swords to the Emperor card is a really, really strong masculine energy here. So, but if it's feminine, you know, that's fine. Take it how it resonates. We all embody masculine, feminine energy anyway, but this individual could be a boss, could be someone of authority, someone that, you know, perhaps you're putting them on a pedestal. Again, this is for single Libras. You may feel that this person commands too much attention or gets too much attention. Maybe they're you might feel like they're too good for you or too smart for you, something like that. It's almost like this person is interested in you and you're wondering why. You're up all night. This is like a feeling in lack. I believe in that case, that's you being a little bit of a stalker and looking this person up. It's almost like this is too good to be true. What you've discovered, what you have found in this individual, it's too good to be true. You're feeling in lack about yourself, and so this has you up all night. It's almost like you're trying to find out something wrong about this person because you feel so low about yourself. You don't think someone like this would be interested in you. So take that how it resonates. Some of you may have to work on your self-image or self-confidence, something like that. And of course, if you're dealing with someone who's making you feel that way, then clearly you're dealing with someone who's a bit of a narcissist, and in that respect, then maybe you don't want to have anything to do with them. But the feeling I'm getting here more Libra, for the single Libras, is this is coming from you, feeling like you're not good enough, especially those who have, you're now in the Six of Swords because you recently came out of Five of Swords, which means a relationship or a situationship that was very argumentative, or you were put in competition, or there was a lot of fighting, a lot of bickering. Your self-esteem, your self-confidence might be a bit low right now coming out of that relationship. Maybe you're jumping too quickly into the next one, or maybe you just kind of need to get out of your head and not think so negatively about yourself or about this person. Libras who are currently in a connection where there has been some trouble, I will say. Perhaps you've disconnected from your partner, there's a recent breakup, or you're not communicating with one another. I do see here communication this week, particularly because this person is spending a significant amount of time trying to look you up. I almost want to say that they are as obsessed with you as you are with them. This person is clearly missing you. They want to move the relationship into calmer waters. Their hesitation, and I want you to understand, they're coming at this a little bit immaturely. Their hesitation here, Libra, is if I make the apology, if I ask them out on a date, if I ask them to meet me somewhere so we can discuss what happened, will they ignore me? Have they moved on to someone else? Does my offer, my apology, my date, etc., just kind of hang in the air and not be acknowledged by Libra? So for those of you Libras in a disconnection, I do see an individual looking you up, an ex or someone you've recently disconnected with in a romantic way who wants to reconnect with you, at least for the purposes of having a conversation. But they are as obsessed with you as you are with them, except you're keeping it all up here. Of course you are, because you are an air sign. And for them, they're actually physically trying to look you up to see what you're doing. I feel like the two of you are mirroring one another. There needs to be a very truthful and honest conversation between the two of you. And for those of you Libras where you're not single and your relationship is fine, you have someone with a very, very strong masculine energy who potentially could be tied to a child or someone who's immature. Pages for me are younger or immature individuals. But this is someone close. When I say this person is close to you, could be another air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or an Emperor. This person is looking you up. This is, again, if those of you that you're not single, I mean, you're single but you're happy, or you are married or partnered and everything is great, this is for that group of you. This is someone else. This is someone else looking you up. Tell me more about the individual stalking Libra. Tell me more about this individual. This person has a lot of nighttime intense anxiety. There's a very heavy masculine energy. It doesn't mean they're masculine, because we all embody feminine and masculine energy. But if it's a woman, she's coming across very aggressive, because this is like the negative side of masculine energy here that I'm feeling. So think back to any female or male very recently that you've had a big argument with, a big falling out with. Perhaps you were on a trip with them. Perhaps it had to do with an automobile. This is a Chariot. It's the fastest card in tarot. So if this doesn't apply to you, like I always say, don't force it. But for those of you where you recently went on a trip with someone, you traveled with someone, you were in a car with someone, something to do with vehicles, anything like that, travel, transportation, where you were commuting to or from, maybe some of you carpool with coworkers, something like that, and you had an altercation with this person, they are very angry about it. They're very aggressive about it. They're up in their head about it, and they are now obsessed with you and with whatever fallout the two of you had. So think back to, and this is recent, I want to say like the last 7 days. This is the last 7 days. So again, if it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply. But if it does, then you know exactly who I am talking about. Yes, you know exactly who I'm talking about if it resonates with you, because the High Priestess card there is there, and that talks about your intuition. So for those of you sitting there nodding on, I know who that is. That's your intuition at work. Yep, Five of Cups. It's someone you had a falling out with. But again, if it's not a love partner, it could be feminine or masculine, but they're so heavy in the aggressive masculine energy. It's like they're angry at you. And again, it has something to do with travel or transportation. Second chance here. Second chance, we had reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. This is the Queen of Swords, Libra. This is you, whether you are masculine or feminine watching this. The Queen of Swords yields the sword of truth, the Ace of Swords in her hand. One hand, she holds the sword of truth. The other hand, she's like, come on. I feel as if you have had a verbal altercation with an individual, whether in your professional, personal, or romantic life. The two of you have stopped communicating now for whatever reason. This person does want a second chance with you, at least make amends. The issue is, I believe that the recent issue you had with them was because there was some lie or some hidden truth or some omission of the truth, and you sort of caught on to that. I think you called this person out on it, to be quite honest. If not, it's going to happen in the week coming up, where you're going to call this person out on their crap or on their lie or something like that. I do see the person wanting to make amends with you. The only issue here is you want a conversation. Like, you want the truth from this person before you will accept an apology or make amends with them, before you reconcile with them. So tell me more about this individual that Libra has had an issue with, because this is definitely you saying, okay, yeah, we can talk about it, but I want these questions answered, and I want them answered correctly. And the Queen of Swords is sharp, male or female, right? Well, this could be a King of Swords. They only ask questions they already know the answers to. So it's almost like you're willing to have this conversation with this person in this upcoming week. You're going to ask them questions which you already know the answers to, because that's your test to see if they are worthy of a reconciliation, or if they're worthy of your forgiveness. Because you want to see how honest this person will be with you. Tell me more here. One more shuffle, please, and thank you. Queen of Swords clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This person has lied to you. There's been some disagreement, conflict, trickery here with the Five of Swords. This was a clash of egos, I'm hearing. Thank you, Spirit. But definitely a clash of words here. This could also be an individual that you have recently, or you felt that they've been like trying to bully you or verbally manipulate you. You've had enough with this person. I think you're standing your ground with them this week. Now, if you saw your weekend read, it talked about something like that. Someone, either a child or someone who's an adult acting incredibly immature. You've really had enough. I mean, do you love the person? Yes. But you're trying to almost like balance out, I want to say, why this person is doing this. It's like you're going back and forth in your head. This week, Libra, if this story is resonating for you, you will have the opportunity to talk with this person to figure out why they said what they said, why they cut you with their words the way they did, or why they lied, or why they omitted something. This is the week of reconciliation and making amends, but it's also the week that you will have the opportunity, should you choose to stand your ground, the opportunity to actually get the truth from this individual. And then I think if you're able to do that, the two of you will be able to heal individually and then collectively, like together, in order to restore the relationship here. And yeah, right behind that is happiness. So you have a good opportunity here in the upcoming week, Libra, to make amends with a individual from either your professional, personal, or romantic life they've had a recent disagreement with, or their words have been quite cutting, or they've omitted something. And here's your perfect opportunity to bring some healing into the situation and obtain the truth from them. Shedding. Shedding was clarified by the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Now, the Eight of Swords in the upright is someone who thinks about things negatively all day long. And then it can escalate to Nine of Swords, thinking about it 24 hours a day, and then you can't even sleep. But the Eight of Swords in reverse is like, okay, I'm done thinking about this. I'm open to a new perspective. So for those of you that have had issues at work, in your business partnership, working, within the office here, the card says, or having issues communicating with coworkers, employees, employers, customers, clients, etc. It's time for you to shed the old way of doing things. So perhaps there's a new skill you need to learn in order to improve your job, or enhance a skill you already have, might require you to go back to school. For others of you, you have set a standard on how to do something regarding work that is too high. It's too high of an expectation, and maybe you're able to meet it, but other people are unable to because it's unrealistic, and therefore it's creating a lot of conflict at work. It's time for you to release the old ways, I want to say, of doing things and be open to new perspectives, hear new ideas. Like I said, improve a skill, improve some sort of technology or your awareness of it. I think in that respect, that brings you into calmer waters in your work relationship. Tell me more here about this Eight of Swords in the reverse. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. This is further clarified. There you go. Victory. Six of Wands. The Devil card, there's your toxic trait you have to get rid of, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, to usher in this victory, to be more financially abundant, or so you know you can make more money, or your department can make more money, or your company can make more money, or this new business venture can make more money. You have to shed yourself of old beliefs that you've been tied to with this Devil card for far too long. Some way of doing something is no longer working. Could be regarding technology. Again, could be a new skill you have to learn, or some workplace toxicity you have that you need to shed it. Tell me more about the Devil here. Tell me more about the Devil here. And it's going to be different for all of you, but maybe we can get an approximate of what you need to learn here. One more shuffle, please, and thank you. The Six of Pentacles. The Devil's clarified by the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely work related. It's time to bring balance with the Temperance card into the work situation. And in order to do that, you need to be open to new perspectives. Look into the future, learn about new technology, new skills, new ways that you can efficiently work with other people in the workplace. So the work, I want to say the workload will be more balanced between all of you. It could be that you feel like you're doing too much, or other people in your department or your project team or whatever could feel like they're doing too much. And maybe it's not an issue with you or an issue with them. Maybe it's an issue with the way you do things, or an issue with the way the department does things. Either way, it's I almost want to say in your control to change this for the betterment of yourself and everyone else that you work with. So definitely the shedding of the old ways of doing things and learning something new turns into incredible financial abundance for you and everyone that you work with. So a great way to collaborate with your employees or employers, co-workers, etc. in the coming week is to try to release the old way of doing things and collaborate with them to find new efficient ways. So if you do all that, I think you're going to have an excellent week, Libra. And remember to guard your online privacy, and also watch where you are out in the world in the 3D, because you do have this incredibly angry masculine energy that's clearly stalking you and looking you up for the most of you, but better safe than sorry. That's what I have for you, Libra, for the week of June 30th, 2024. If you like this reading, if it was fun, if it resonated with you, or you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.